My name's Carter. I'm a victim of identity theft. So I was raised in a Christian home. My parents were both Christian. My sisters were both Christian. We went to a small family church. And from the outside, our family appeared to be awesome. You know, solid parents, good morals, all that stuff. Went to church every Sunday. But on the inside, it was all jacked up. Didn't have a good model of what it meant to be a Christian and follower of Jesus. And so as a result of that, that led me on a journey of trying to discover who I am and what my identity is, and how I was going to find that identity. And it started out mostly in high school, getting into freshman year. I remember I was one of the last one of my friends to start partying, and I had been holding out, and I'd always been the Christian one. My friends actually used to call me Jesus as my nickname. And that went on for a little while until it came to a point where I couldn't put up with the peer pressure anymore. I couldn't put up with all the insults and just the crap that high school put me through. I didn't know who I was anymore. I couldn't find my identity with the Christian kids because I was never good enough for them, you know. And I couldn't find my identity with the party kids because I wasn't bad enough for them. And so I tended to, throughout the years, gravitate more towards that party scene because I felt like it was easier to live up to their expectations. And I found as I got more and more bad, the more and more I felt accepted, the more I felt loved, the more I felt connected. As I was going through my party phase, I would kind of go in waves. I would start drinking and going out with my friends, you know, for a couple months, and then I'd feel really guilty and really convicted, so I'd stop and I'd cut off communication with them, and I'd kind of go hang out with the Christian kids, and it kind of went up and down like that. And what I noticed looking back on it now is that when I stopped drinking, and when I stopped hooking up with girls, when I stopped going to parties, those friends of mine that were in that scene stopped talking to me, stopped calling me, stopped inviting me places. I was having to call them, invite myself over. I'd hear them talking crap on me, just all kinds of stuff, and it really hurt my feelings. And that's where I began to get kind of lost and trying to figure out who I am and where I fit in. You know, and sure enough, every time I would go back to partying and drinking, those phone calls would start coming back. My friends would start coming around more. You know, I'd be going out and I feel accepted and connected again. But at the end of the day, I always felt lost. I always felt alone. I never felt truly loved. I had all these feelings inside of me and emotions and struggles that I had no one to share with because those friends never talked about stuff. They only talked about the next party that weekend, the next, you know, run to the liquor store, the next run to their cellar or whatever, the next girl they're going to hook up with. But that was it as far as conversation went. I had no outlet. I had no one to love me. So I graduated high school a couple years ago, and that's when everything really hit me. I was lost. I realized that I had been putting my identity in all the wrong things. And throughout some time, different string of events, I got connected with a ministry called Soul Renovation. And I went through that program, and that's what changed my life. I learned that I didn't have to put my identity in that stuff, that stuff did not satisfy me, and the one thing that could satisfy me was Jesus Christ, and putting my identity in Him. And I started to learn things like beginning to tell myself that I'm God's masterpiece, that God created me specifically and beautifully. Things like I'm God's son and I'm an heir to His throne. Just really empowering statements that are the truth, that are straight from the Bible, straight from the Scripture. Things that I had never been able to tell myself before. I had no idea were even true about me. To hear the words that I can call Christ brother was really special because I couldn't do that in high school. I couldn't call those guys brother. I couldn't, you know, I couldn't find that love and that connection in that scene and that group of friends and that lifestyle. And so it's almost like I found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and it was just kind of this glorious, like, bright moment in my life. And it's like I got my identity back that was stolen from me in high school. So nowadays, life's good. I know who I am. I know why I'm here and what I'm here to do. And that's that I'm Christ's son, and I've got a purpose, and I have an identity back. And my biggest gift to you is just that message of that you don't need to put your identity in the things of this world, but there's something bigger and greater out there that satisfies more than anything else can in this world. And you know, it's not easy. Things don't just magically get better in life, but now you don't have to go through it alone, and you don't have to wake up feeling lost and alone. You have someone there with you every step of the way, and that's Jesus Christ. And without him, I don't know where I'd be today. So I just challenge you to just ask those big questions, those hard questions. Ask God. If you don't know the answer, you know, he'll answer. And so that's my story. I'm Carter. This is my story. What's yours?